My name is C.H. Shankar, lecturer in zoology, Government Degree College for Women's, Karimnagar. So today we discuss about theories on evolution. Theories on evolution. So it is a topic evolution. So by the evolution we can know how the organisms are evolving from simple structured organisms to multi-complex structured organisms. So the evolution is very important to classify the organisms, and by the evolution how the new animals are organisms are origin we have to know, and we have to classify the animals and organisms, and which animals are useful for the human benefit and which animals are harmful to the organisms we have to know. So evolution is a important topic in zoology. Okay, here, so generally the number of theories are there to explain about how the organisms are evolving, how the organisms are evolving. First one, extraterrestrial origin. uh, this uh, this theory states that if the originated on other planet outside of our solar system and was carried here on a meteorite or asteroid. So according to Arrhenius, the life is in the form of spores. So this concept present now also attracted by the different astronauts, and the number of research are going on and in the NASA and the other space agencies. So here the intelligent life seeded the planet. The intelligent life seeded the planet. Organic molecules, first bacterial cells, so formed in space and were carried by meteorite or asteroids, meteorites or asteroids. So, according to Arrhenius, the Earth, the cosmos, the universe, having number of spores. This is filled with spores. Okay, so this is about extraterrestrial origin. It tells about, and second one is a special creation theory. Special creation theory. So, according to this theory, the organisms are created by the God. The organisms were created by the God. So, according to so the scientists generally, so life was put here on the earth by divine forces like God. Because of the this separation of church and state, we are not allowed to teach this on school. So Father D'Souza or Father Soraj tells about this type of origin of organisms. So this is based on the faith, not fact. This is based on the faith, not fact. So relies on the stories that have been passed down over the years. So first 1500 years. So generally these are called blind eras of knowledge, the blind eras of science. So this is a completely Bible domination, and so in Western countries, and now the country like India. So according to that, the Brahma create these earth. So it is according to our theory. Next, so origin from non-living matter. So generally, the early scientists after 17th, 18th centuries, generally the scientists observe the nature, how the new organisms are evolved. So what are the changes takes place? So in that particular time, there is no proper development of technology, proper development of technology. So that is the reason why they are giving some evidences, but theoretically and practically those are not clearly. Okay, so life arose from the inanimate matter. Life arose from inanimate matter. Random events produced stable molecules. The random events produce stable molecules that would reproduce themselves. Generally, random molecules produce the nothing but organisms, so they can producing themselves. The natural selection favored change that increased their rate of reproduction. So, generally this is origin from non-living matter. So, whenever the formation of cosmos and formation of solar system and formation of earth, after formation of earth, how the origin is the organisms are origin. So, the chemical theory, A.I. Oparin chemical theory tells about how the origin are produced, how the organisms are produced. So, we have to know generally the organic acids came together form a organisms, the organic acids came together form a organism. So, the A.I. Oparin chemical biosis theory or chemical theory, biochemical theory. Next one is a definition of evolution. Evolution is the process of change through times. Evolution is the process of change through times. It is a process by which modern organisms have descended from ancient organisms. It is the process by which modern organisms have descended from ancient organisms. So, generally the organisms are coming from pre-existing organisms. The organisms are coming pre-existing organisms. So, when the earth is formed, generally by the chemical biosis theory. So, A.I. Oparin, according to A.I. Oparin, so these organisms are evolving from inanimate matter. After forming that these organisms, they can reproduce, they can producing their young ones by the reproduction or asexual or sexual reproduction, whatever it may be, whatever it may be. బాగా తర్వాత కాల్ చేస్తారని చెప్పారు ఒకసారి. Evolutionary theory, it is unifying principle for the all biological sciences. Evolutionary theory, so provides explanation, explanation for the differences in structure, బాగా ఒకసారి ఫోన్ చేయి మళ్ళీ చెప్తానని చెప్పి క్లాసులు ఉన్నాను. Provide an explanation for the differences in structure, function and behavior among the life forms. It includes the change in characteristics of populations through generations. Thus the existing life forms have evolved from earlier life forms. So, generally the present life forms are originating from earlier life forms. Next one here, so some supporting evidences. So, how the evolution takes place in a single lifetime and one person's lifetime we may not able to understand. So, whenever we are observing a large time or a more time, we can observe how the evolution is takes place, how the evolution is takes place. For that, అన్నా అన్న సరే సార్ రేపు కావాలన్నా పొద్దున వస్తా అన్న, పొద్దున వస్తా. అవి క్లాసులు ఉన్నా ఏమన్నా. ఓకే రైట్ 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 ఓకే అన్న రైట్ ఓకే ఓకే అన్న ఓకే రైట్. So, here some evidences are there. So, those are different evidences are there for comparative anatomy. This is the comparative study of certain organisms showing similarities in anatomical features. For example, here so in comparative anatomy, here the homologous organs and heterologous organs are there, and some vestigial organs are there, and different evidences we have to produce. generally the organisms are producing from the same stock, they have similar in structure. The organisms are origin from same stock, they have similar in structure. So, that is the reason why here. So, the we can understand. So, how the evolution is takes place by the these comparative anatomy. For example, here we have to take for example, the forearm of the all organisms from um, uh, amphibians to mammals. So, generally the each forearm having humerus, radius ulna and carpels, metacarpals and phalanges. So, this is about these are the bones, the all organisms having same structure of bones. So, that is the reason why these all vertebrates are originating from same stock, same stock. So, this is about comparative anatomy. And one more thing here, the comparative embryology, comparative embryology. Okay, here, so we may not observe the, we may not differentiate the changes of the embryos of the early stages. The early stage embryos, we may not identify which embryo belongs to human being and which embryo belongs to pig and which embryo belongs to horse and which embryo belongs to fish. So, in earlier the life is in the form of zygote. For example, whenever the fusion of these gametes, the zygote is formed. The zygote is single cell, single cell. So, when the life is in the form of single cell, we can compare with protozoans. So, whenever the zygote undergoes cleavages producing morula. So, this is the ball like embryo, these are this having group of cells. So, this embryo resembles with poriferans. So, in that poriferans there is no structural differences, the group of cells are there, there is no proper functioning of tissue, there is no formation of tissue. So, that is about when the morula belongs to coelentrates no poriferans. So, whenever the two layers embryo is formed, so the two layers embryo structure present in the coelentrates and so the first layer is ectoderm and second layer is endoderm. So, when the embryo in the form of three layers, so that is nothing but triploblastic in condition, ectoderm, endoderm, in between mesoderm is there. So, this type of structure present up to platyhelminthes 2 and chordates. Okay. So, afterwards the formation of blastopore. So, the formation of mouth and the formation of anus. So, the blastopore convert into a mouth. So, this type of characteristics present in the where especially in Annelida arthropoda mollusca and the blastopore convert into anus. So, that type of situation present in echinoderms and chordates. So, as like here the comparative anatomy is there. Bhavagi ఒకసారి phone. Comparative anatomy is there. Shiva Krishna anatomy is there. So, by that so we have to know. So, we have to know, so how the organisms are evolving. So, now the early embryos also and generally the formation of organs from ectoderm and mesoderm, endoderm. So, we can observe this type of similarities. So, origin of life, the early theories on life began spontaneous generation and scientific experiments. So, some theories are there. So, first theory is spontaneous generation. So, nothing but abiogenesis, the creation without life, abiogenesis, creation without life. Spontaneous generation was the mistaken idea that life can arise from non-living materials. So, here the life coming from non-living materials. Okay. So, we now believe the cell theory. The cell theory states that all cells come from pre-existing cells. All cells come from pre-existing cells. The ancient Egyptians believed that eels and frogs come from mud of Nile. the eels and frogs come from mud of Nile. Aristotle, the active principle responsible for the fleas come from sweat. Fleas are comes from sweat. Mice come from garbage, and fleas and maggots come from dead and decaying. So these organs are inhabited on that in that particular substances. So according to present knowledge we have to know, but that is the ancient period about Aristotle time, nearly BC 320. So BC 320. So in that particular time they have their knowledge. Next, scientists and experiments. Scientists and experiment. Here John Baptista van Helmont. So he was supported of the belief in spontaneous generation. He experimented with wheat grains in a sweet shirt. He was a supporter or the belief of spontaneous generation. He experimented with wheat grains in a sweet shirt. After 21 days, wheat grains are gone and mice are present. After 21 days, the wheat grains are gone and mice are present. The active ingredient was sweet. Active ingredient was sweet. So whenever we are making the rice from the paddy, so after few days different insects are present, and in either in the form of larvae or insect. So actually that is the food material, that is the food material. So next, Francisco Redi, mid 16, discovered maggots come from fleas, not decaying meat. Questioning spontaneous. So here, so spontaneous generation. So this is about and Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, sorry, Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. So was the first use of microscope to see the first living cells. So he called the small animals and observed animalcules, took pond water and boiled it, then add hay. Organisms were found. Hay was the active ingredient. So Anthony van Leeuwenhoek was take the water and boiled. So whenever the boiling is takes place, there is no life. So after the boiled water, whenever cooled, so especially the organism lives on the air, entering into that. So this is about situation. And one more thing here, the John Needham, 1745, boiled flask of both and sealed them. The later microorganisms were found in both. So hypothesized that animalcules come from the gravy. So this is about in his theory. And so Lorenzo Spangilane. Lorenzo Spangilane. So Lorenzo Spangilane is challenged Needham boiled content longer and left one flask open and the other closed. The life was found in the open flask and the not closed flask. So the Spangilero Lorenzini experiment, so he was take bottlenecked conical flasks. One flask were opened, one flask were closed, and then only the which open flask having the organisms, the closed flask not having the organism. So that is the reason why the organisms are existing from originating from pre-existing organisms. Next one, Louis Pasteur took So took microorganisms or spores in the air and used flask with long curved necks to demonstrate that it was exposure to air that allowed for the microorganisms to get into the broth in the flask. So this experiment took place over 1 year. This finally and conclusively disproved spontaneous generation. Okay. So according to Louis Pasteur, the organisms are origin from pre-existing organisms. He was take long neck conical flasks. So in that generally the long necked organisms only having the open organisms only having this type of situation, the closed are not closed are not. So this is about biogenesis theory. It is nothing but a biogenesis theory. And so primitive life forms, generally this is about according to biogeochemical theory. So generally raw material, primitive earth was very hot, concision of inorganic substances in liquid, solid and gaseous states, having a rich supply of energy. So these are the raw materials which is present in our body. So primitive earth was very hot, consisting of inorganic substances in liquid, solid and gaseous states, having a rich supply of energy. Matter, the water considering and all falling as rain, the water condensation and falling as a rain carried the dissolved and atmospheric gases and minerals into seas and forming a hot this soup. So hard to dilute soup, this soup is also called hard to dilute soup. So generally Charles Lyell's geological principles, here how the earth is formed. So generally how the solar system is formed, the earth is originating from sun. So one part of the sun come out of the solar system, so gradually cooled, so that is that can formed as earth. So in the early times the earth temperature is very high, gradually the temperature was decreased. So whenever the temperature is very high, the matter having 2 to 3 forms, 3 to 4 forms, that is liquid, gaseous state and sometimes plasma also, whenever the temperature is very high, very high. Okay, so that in that particular time, so gradually the earth is cooled, the earth is formed. So from the earth some amount of mass separated, it can form a moon. So this is about formation of earth. And so energy sources, in addition to heat energy in the form of lightning, solar radiation and radioactive materials in the rocks provided an energy rich environment, provided energy in a rich environment. So these are the, here whenever the formation of earth, the earth having special characteristics, so by that the new organisms are, the earth is formed, from that the new organisms are formed. So whenever the formation of new organisms, special structures are there. So first of all the so according to Coservate theory, so first of all the RNA is formed, first of all amino acids is formed, union of amino acids, proteins are formed. So by from the proteins the amino acids change into nitrogen bases. Now the unit by the nitrogen bases they can form a RNA. First genetic material is RNA. So afterwards the glucose structure is ribose sugar is changed, so it lose one oxygen, that is called deoxyribose sugar. So from the deoxyribose sugar more stable DNA is formed, the RNA is less stable and the DNA is more stable. The more stable DNA is formed, from that DNA, so the RNA work like as a replicators. So you know about gene functioning. That replicators, generally conservates are formed, from that conservates protobions are formed, from that protobions and blue green algae is formed. So those are called prokaryotes and ray fungi. And afterwards some protists are formed, from protists to plants and animals and fungi are formed. So this is about formation of organisms. And so according to RH we take our 5 class kingdom. So and we are observing in this way. So next, synthesis, energy from the environment contributed to the formation of chemical bonds among themselves particles of the hot thin soup of the seas. So generally this process occurred. So first of all the thin molecules are formed, these molecules convert into they can form a chemical bonds, and afterwards different matter chemicals large biomolecules are formed. So what was the formed by chemical bond? This type of synthesis led to the formation of organic molecules such as simple sugars, amino acids and nucleic acids. So, earlier we had to said about these and evolution, early theories on evolution. So, this is Jean Baptiste Lamarck theories on evolution, Jean Baptiste Lamarck. So, Jean Baptiste Lamarck in 1809, the French biologist proposed that the life evolves or changes. So, according to Jean Baptiste Lamarck, he was a French biologist, proposed that life evolves or changes according to environment. Explained evolution as a process of adaptation. Explained evolution as a process of adaptation. So, whenever the environmental changes are takes place, generally the organisms have adapted. For that adaptation, these organisms can develop special structures. These are called modifications or adaptations. Modifications or adaptations. So, here the Lamarck tells about law of use and disuse principle. Law of use and disuse principle. New organs arise according to the needs of an organism. New organs arise. New organs arise according to the needs of an organism, and their size is determined by the degree which they are used. So, use disuse principle, according to use disuse principle. So, which organisms are morely used? Those organisms are highly developed. The which organisms are not used? Those organisms are disappear in generations. So, we may not observe in a human lifetime or man lifetime. So, for he was giving some examples. The long neck long neck giraffes are originating from short neck like what is deers. So, whenever the some drought condition is takes place, the grasslands are not growing, the grass was not growing. Only in that particular time the plants can adapt it to the high temperatures, like bushes are developed. So, these giraffes try to eat bushes. So, in that time, by that his um, by these in that particular time, to get these food material or leaves, they try to enlarge their neck. That is the reason why. So, that process takes place million years. So, by that million years, the short necked deers convert into long necked giraffes. And one more, this is about use and disuse. So, generally the reptiles, in the reptiles, generally the snakes are limbless organisms. In the snakes, forelimb and hind limbs are absent. So, actually these are originating from limbed, like lizards and lizards especially. So, whenever these organisms are entering into these slits and the small spaces between two rocks, like whenever there is crawling in the grass, these fore and hind limbs are unsuitable to that movement. That is the reason why the million years takes place, the forelimb hind limbs are absent in the snakes. So, in embryogenesis we can observe fore and hind limbs are present in the snakes embryology. In the snakes embryology, if that character is very suitable to the organism, that character is accumulate in the organism, and that characteristics transmit to the next generation. That characteristics transmits to the next generation. So, that characteristics present in the organisms, and it can transmit to next generation. So, this is about law of use and disuse principle. Next one, inheritance of acquired characteristics. The useful characteristics acquired by an individual during its lifetime can be passed on its offspring. Useful characteristics occupied by an individual during its lifetime can be passed on to its offspring. So, these characters are passed on its offspring. No evidence to support this theory. No evidence support to this theory. Inheritance, acquired characteristic of inheritance. So, here August Wiesmann strongly objected about acquired characteristic principle, helped to disprove Lamarck's theory of inheritance of acquired traits, conducted experiments involving the removal of tails of mice over several generations. So, these Wiesmann, so the Wiesmann conducting experiment on cutting of mice tails, up to he was cutting up to 22 generation, even though 23rd generation the tailed mice are origin, the tailed mice are origin. So, that is the reason why that the Lamarck principle is principle is not follow these tails of mice. That is the reason why this is disproved, and found that the offspring of tail less mice did not pass on that characteristic to their offspring. So, generally the neo-Lamarxists are there, and Paul Smith, Guyer and Kammerer. So, he was conducting experiment on Proteus, which lives in the caves of the caves. It is the amphibian. So, these organisms lives in without where these organisms live where the without light. So, that organisms kept in the light, that organism can develop the color. So, these organisms can reproduce, the young one also having color here. So, the changes must be taken, or the changes the development adaptations are developed according to environmental changes. If the natural selection is takes place, that changed character is very useful to the organism, that character present next generation, So, manually we are doing by the man, so sometimes it may not takes. So, this is about neo Lamarckism, this tells about neo Lamarckism. Okay. And so, next one, next Darwin. So, Charles Robert Darwin. Charles Darwin, 19th century English naturalist. So, he proposed that evolution occurred as the rest of natural selection. The evolution occurred at a natural selection. Okay. So, he was conducting experiment. He was sea voyage takes place HMS Beagle. He was traveled throughout the world. So, he was proposed some hypothesis in the natural selection. It is also called Darwinism. Okay. So, according to Charles Darwin, so the natural selection are nothing but origin of species. He was explained about formation of species. The new species are originating from pre-existing species. How the speciation takes place, he was explained. So, first one, the in Charles Darwin principles, first one is overproduction. So, with a population, more offspring are produced in each generation then they can survive because the limitations of space and food. So, generally the highly reproductive capacity is there for the organisms, so for the populations, but the offspring, the more number of offsprings are produced, but there is a limited space, limited food, there is a competition. So, whenever these organisms are reach to the reproductive age, the few number is present. The most number of young ones are died by the physical factors and biological factors, and whatever it may be, the number of factors can play to key role to maintain the organisms at ecological carrying capacity. So, we are studying ecology, that is ecological carrying capacity. And now the competition, the individuals compete for the available food and opportunity to mate and reproduce. The competition is very high in the organisms, the competition for food, shelter and reproduction. So, the competition with same species, intraspecific competition, between species, interspecific competition, and competition with our nature or physical competition. So, by the rain and acids and temperature, water it may be. These all are can influence the organism size, can influence the population size. Okay. So, this is about competition. So, here the struggle for existence is there, struggle for existence, the which organisms having a special adaptations to survive in the changing environment, they can survive. The underdeveloped, low developed organisms are may die. So, now another thing is the Charles Darwin observed variations. So, the which each generation some individuals are being fitted to survive than others because variation in the characteristics, variations in the characteristics. So, in Mesozoic era, so when these birds are origin in that period, especially Triassic Jurassic period, the dinosaurs number is very high. In that particular time, the dinosaur ruling, in that particular the dinosaur ruling. So, these some lizards, some lizard like or bird like reptiles try to escape from these dinosaurs. The four limbs are used for try to fly. The four limbs are converted into what wings. The four limbs are converted into wings. So, now the birds are origin. So, the formation of wing is a selected characteristic to escaping from the dinosaurs. So, now the special characteristics accumulation in the organisms, that character transmit to the next generation, and the new species are origin, new species are origin. So, this is about how the new characteristics are observed and what are the variations. The variations are the diversions which is present in the traits and absent in the parents. Next, survival of the fittest. So, here those individuals are better fitted survive, are more likely to long enough to reproduce. So, those individuals better fitted to survive are more likely to live long enough to reproduce. So, which one having some fits to the survive in the environment. So, those organisms can survive, those organisms can reproduce, those organisms can producing their young ones. So, the died organisms may not produce, and transmission of favorable traits, reproduction. So, offspring of these fittest of individuals will inherit the favorable variations that enable their parents to survive and reproduce. So, this is transmission of favorable traits and reproduction. Offsprings of a fittest individual will inherit the favorable variations that enable their parents to survive and reproduce. Okay. So, next evolution of species, the accumulation of favorable variations so the accumulation of favorable variations will gradually lead to appearance of new species better adapted to their environment. better adapted to their environment. Okay, in North America, the apple maggot and Hawthorne maggot, two types of maggots are there. Actually, before the Hawthorne maggot are there, Hawthorne maggots are there. In North America, some apple plants are implanted. So, here the ecological niches are reduced, only few Hawthorne maggots are there. From that few Hawthorne maggots try to inhabit in the apple plants, inhabit on the apple plants. So, these populations are adapted to the apple plants and they can consuming the apples. So, now the two species are produced, that is Hawthorne maggots and apple maggots. So, whenever the habitat destruction takes place, so only one habitat divided into two habitats. So, the few population or limited population adapted to this new environment and they can develop as a new species. Weakness in Darwinism theory is that does not account for genetic basis of variations. So, in that particular time there is no genetic basis of variation. At that time not much known about the mechanism of genetic inheritance. So, generally this genetic inheritance takes place whenever the Mendel proposed Mendelism, then only so the all science try to explain about these genetic material. And here so Darwin most training finds occurred in Galapagos Island after reoccurring, and he voyage continued to wander about the things that had seen. In 1838 he read on essay by Thomas Malthus on human populations. Malthus stated his essay that populations can grow much faster than rate at which food supplies and other resources can be produced. The populations increased geometrically and the food and habitat, these are increased arithmetically. That is the reason why the population number is very high. Although these limited factors play a key role to reduce the populations. So, this is about Malthus. And so Darwin 1844, Darwin outlined his ideas in 1858 after another British naturalist, that is Alfred Russel Wallace come to same conclusion about the basic mechanism of evolution. So, now so Darwin published his book Origin of Species by means of natural selection. The Charles Darwin is a main author and Alfred Russel Wallace is a co-author. So, he was conducting experiments on Indonesian archipelago. So, he was made a same conclusion as like Darwin. So, this is about Darwin's theory. And next one here. So, the theory is continued, that is Hugo de Vries mutations theory. Hugo de Vries mutations theory. So, sudden changes of DNA is called mutations. Sudden changes of DNA is called mutations. So, generally after Mendel's experiment in 19th century, so he was discovered the rediscovery of Mendelism. Afterwards, he is continuing his experiments and he was discovered about mutations theory. So, the mutations are takes place at genetic level. The mutations are takes place at genetic level. So, that is called mutation theory. So, whenever the genetic changes are takes place in the chromosomes or DNA, the new species are origin. So, he was conducting experiment on Oenothera lamarckiana. It is a special plant. From this, the 4 to 5 new organisms, new plants are origin, new species are origin. That is called Oenothera nanella, Oenothera rubinervin, Oenothera latifolia, Oenothera albida, Oenothera gigantica. Oenothera, nearly 5 species are origin, but from the gigantica type plant is produced. From the latifolia, large leaved plants are produced. From the rubinervin, red phloem and xylem plants are produced. So, here the each the what changes takes place at occur at gene level, that characters are transmit to the next generation. So, the sudden changes takes place in DNA, that is called mutations theory. So, he was proposed the mutations theory on this uh, Inothera lamarckiana, but so he was the Charles Darwin may not what he was explained, he was not able to explain the De Vries theory fulfill that deficiency. The De Vries theory explains about those unable to explain about Charles Darwin here. So, the number one here, the Charles Darwin may not explain about how the variations are formed, what are the special characteristics are formed, and what is the specialization is formed, and he don't know about the variations, and he was not able to proper explanation about variations, and he was not able to explain about formation of horns in uh, and formation of electric organs in the eels, and how the woolly mammoth is disappear, he was not may not explain, may not explain. So, here the major thing is the changes takes place at DNA level. So, then only some organisms are undergo die. So, which organisms are having the special characteristics, those organisms are can survive, those races are continuing in the next generation by generations. So, that is the reason why the life is continuing, the life is continuing. So, these are the theories on evolution, these are the theory of evolution. Okay, shall we stop here?